Hi, welcome back to the English lesson. The topic for today is present simple and some workbook exercises. Today we are going to practice the present simple tense. Tema për sot, present simple. Do të praktikojmë bashkë rregullat, format dhe gjithçka tjetër. Just follow me. Every time we start learning a new verb tense, we have to learn the use and the form. The use and the form. Sa herë që ne do të fillojmë të praktikojmë, të mësojmë një kohë folje të re, dy janë gjërat kryesore. Përdorimi, use of, pse e përdorim, përse shërben funksioni, and the forms, dhe forma që ajo merr gjatë zgjedhimit. Good. Let's read together the use of simple present. 1. We use simple present or present simple tense. 2. Talk about permanent states, facts, general truth. What's this in Albanian? E përdorim kohën present simple tense për të folur për gjendje të përhershme, fakte apo të vërteta të përgjithshme. Për shembull, for example, I live in London. This is a permanent state. I don't say I live in London. This is incorrect. But London is a city in Europe is correct. I live and London is. Deri tani në mësimin që kaloi ne praktikuam foljen to be dhe u mësuam me formën I am, por kujdes tani, ne do vazhdojmë edhe me folje të tjera. Pra nuk do ngatrohemi më me I am në varësi të kuptimit të fjalisë. Unë nuk them unë jam jetoj në Londër, edhe në shqip ne themi unë jetoj në Londër. So, I live in London. Good. We use present simple or simple present is the same thing to talk about habits or routines. Habits and routines in Albanian means gjërat të përditshmërisë që ne kemi zakoni bëjmë gjithmonë. For example, I play football every Tuesday. Unë luaj futboll çdo të martë. Again, we don't say I am play football. It is incorrect. But we say football is my favorite sport. Football is my favorite sport. And we use simple present for timetables, for example, in the school, train, bus, planes, etc. What is timetables in Albanian? Orare. Dhe pika e tretë përse ne e përdorim present simple, është për të shprehur oraret. Për shembull në shkollë, oraret e trenave, oraret e autobusëve, aeroplanëve e të tjerë. For example, my flight leaves at 9 o'clock. We don't say my flight is leave at 9 o'clock. It's incorrect. My flight leaves at 9 o'clock. These are the uses. What about the form? How do we form present simple? Okay, here we have other verbs. We don't have the verb to be anymore, but other verbs. Good. Remember the personal pronouns? Of course. The conjugation. Conjugation është zgjedhimi. Le të shohim çfarë ndodh me folje të ndryshme në çdo vetë në të cilat do t'i zgjedhojmë. Para se të fillojmë me zgjedhimin, dua t'ju sqaroj diçka. Po të shikoni, këtu ne nuk e kemi për emrin vetor ju. E kemi vetëm një herë këtu, pasi e kemi vënë re që është njësoj, apo jo. Dhe mos ta themi dy herë, thjesht një herë në tabel. Por vazhdojmë zgjedhimin normalisht. Good. Let's read. I read, you repeat. I walk. You walk. He walks. She walks. It walks. We walk. They walk. What about the verb teach? Jap mësim. I teach. You teach. He teaches. She teaches. It teaches. We teach. You teach. They teach. Okay, are you following? Good job. We have the verb to have. I have. You have. I have. You have. He has. She has. It has. We have. You have. They have. And the other verb is do. I do. You do. He does. She does. It does. We do. You do. They do. Good. Have a look again at this chart, at this table. What do you notice? Çfarë vini re? Any special pattern? For example, walk, 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 walk are the same, but walks, walks, walks. What happens? Çfarë do mësojmë bashkë sot? Kur ne zgjedhojmë foljet në simple present or present simple tense, do vëmë re që veta e parë dhe vetat e shumësit janë njësoj. Ndryshim përbën vetëm veta e tretë numri njëjës, së cilës, what do you think? We add an S, së cilës, pra vetës së tretë numri njëjës, ne i shtojmë një S. Pjesës më të madhe të foljeve në gjuhën angleze, vetës së tretë numri njëjës i shtojmë një S, por kemi disa përjashtime rastesh. Për shembull, teach. A kemi vetëm S apo dhe S? Sepse ne do mësojmë disa rregulla të tjera. Për shembull, kur? E shikojmë bashkë rregullat. In general, në përgjithësi, as I said, mostly, pra pjesa më e madhe e foljeve. Work, works. When I say works, I'm saying he works, she works, it works. Good. Veta e tretë numri njëjës. Third person singular. Got it. Good. It, it's. Play, plays. Swim, swims. Write, writes. But verbs ending in a consonant plus a vowel, they change the Y into I and add ES. Let me explain that in Albanian for you, so you understand it better. Foljet të cilat mbarojnë me bashkëtingëllore plus Y në fund, Y në fundore, para se ne të shtojmë ES, thjesht Y-ja shndrohet në I. Shikojmë. Study, study. We have Y and preceded by the consonant D. Mbaron me Y e paraprir me bashkëtingëllore. Pra kushti është që ne të shndrojmë Y në I, duhet që Y-ja përpara të ketë një bashkëtingëllore. Nëse ka zanore, jo, thjesht ne shtojmë gërmën apo shkronjën S. For example, study, studies. Cry, cries. R-Y. Try, tries. Spy, spies. Fly, flies. For example, the bird flies in the sky. When I say flies, I'm saying he, she, it flies. Remember? Good. And the other rule, verbs ending in O, SH, TCH, X and double S, they take ES, not just S. Pra, folje të cilat mbarojnë me këto shkronja, me O, SH, ose SH në rast në anglishtes, TCH, D dhe double S, 2S, para se ne të shtojmë sën si që veprua me work, eat, works, eats, plays, shtojmë dhe një E për para. For example, have a look. Go, goes. Wash, washes. Watch, watches. Mix, mixes. Kiss, kisses. For example, the boy watches the football match. Djali shikon ndeshjen e futbollit. Okay, these are the rules how we conjunct the verbs in present simple. But let's go back a minute. Do you see here? We have an exception. Kemi një përjashtim që nuk e pam të asnjë nga rregullat që shpjeguam më përpara. Thjesht do ta mësojmë. Përmendesh have, I have, you have, he has, she has, it has, we have. Pra folja have bën përjashtim sepse nuk as ka y që e shndrojmë në i dhe as me rs, por në vetën e tretë numri 1 ndryshon komplet formën dhe bëhet has. Good. Some other rules now. For example, how can I form the negative and the question forms of the verbs in the present simple? Do you remember the verb to be? For example, is he a boy? Yes, he is. Is she a girl? Yes, she is, or no, she isn't. What about the other verbs now? And let's see the rules together. Don't, doesn't. We use don't or doesn't to make negative sentences in the simple present tense. Rregulli është për të formuar negativen në present simple tense, formën negative, ne do shtojmë format don't apo doesn't. Why do we have don't and doesn't? Remember the third person singular? It is does, doesn't. Let's see. Subject in Albanian means kryefjala. Dhe për kryefjalë, of course, ne përdorim për emrat. I, you, we, they, plus don't, plus go. For example, I don't go to school on Sunday. But careful, he plus does plus won't, for example, or she plus does plus like. She doesn't like, let's say, ice cream. She doesn't like ice cream. Good. Let's see the forms. You already know the forms. Affirmative, negative, affirmative, negative. Vetat e para njëjës dhe vetat e shumësit dhe veta e tretë numri njëjës. You speak English. You don't speak English. Affirmative. He speaks English. Speaks. Never forget S. Ai flet anglisht. Careful now. He doesn't speak English. Kujdes me diçka të vogël, por që është shumë e rëndësishme në gramatikën e gjuhës angleze. Ne me të vërtet themi he speaks edhe i shtojmë një s në fund. Por kur bëjmë negative, në formën negative, me qenë se don't bëhet doesn't, ne nuk përdorim më s në fund të foljes. Folja kthehet gjithmonë në formën bazë të saj. Careful, listen. He doesn't speak English. We don't say he doesn't speaks. Is a mistake. Good. Be careful. Kujdes. I know live in Japan. Why is this not correct? Do you remember we use not to make the negative? I don't live in Japan. She has a cat. Good. Ajo ka një mace. She doesn't has a cat? No, careful, never. Because we say have, I have, you have, she has. And when we say the negative, we put the verb in the base form. Pra gjithmonë tek negativja, folja në vetë në tretë kthehet në formën bazë. Hiqet s-ja apo e s-ja, siç e kemi, siç i mësuam rregullat. Pra, she doesn't have a cat. She doesn't have a cat. Okay, kids? Is it clear? Hope so. And as always, we have the contractions or the short forms. Don't, do not. Doesn't, does not. These are the rules. Let's try and complete some exercises now. Put the verbs in the present simple tense. Jona, what happened? What happens? What do you think? As I told you before, who? Jona, she. Third person singular, she. And we need here what? Think. Okay. I play tennis. What do you think? They do their homework in the evening. They, ato, I bëjnë detyrat në mbrëmje. Tom and Ben, careful, remember we said two people, it's in plural. Who? They. Kush? Ato. Tom and Ben go to school together. She watch TV every day. Have you any idea? Ready to check together if you were correct? Jona lives in Tirana. I'm sure you were correct. I play tennis. Do I say I play tennis? No, it's not English. I play tennis. They do, of course, their homework in the evening. Tom and Ben, two people, go, in the plural, to school together. She watches TV every day. Watches, remember, the verb ends in CH. It takes ES and we say watches when we pronounce. Another exercise. Complete the sentence with do or does. How often do you eat spaghetti? Why do I have do? Why don't I have does? Because we use do with you. We use does only with he, she, and it. Let's go on. Does your brother get up early? Your brother. Who? He. Cili? Ai. Gjithmonë nëse jemi të pasigurt, e zëvendësojmë përdorim pyetjen kush, e zëvendësojmë për emrin vetor dhe kështu e kemi më të thjeshtë për të gjetur nëse është do apo does. We do not have much free time. A secretary does not write books. Who? She. She does. Does Tim like English? Remember, we say does Tim like English, not likes English. Careful, just like. What time do you go to school? Does your dad come home early? Your dad, he, third person singular, does. Do children in Australia go to school on Saturdays? Children, the plural. Who? They. And let's do the last exercise together. The exercise says underline the correct verb. Nënvizojmë foljen e saktë nga alternativat e dhëna. Bob always drink or drinks. Why have I underlined drinks? Bob, who? He. Third person singular, veta e tretë numër njëjes, drinks. What do or does she? Have a look. She, we use does. What does she likes or like? Good, we say like. Does she likes? What does she like? My sister doesn't play tennis. She, my sister, she. They often visit their grandparents at weekends. They is the plural form, so we have visit. We sometimes go to the ice rink. Why it is go and not goes? Because it is the plural form, we. Where do your parents come from? Parents, your parents is in plural. That's why we use do and come. We don't say does and comes for the plural. Do or does? What do you think? You. Of course, do. Do you want to go home? I don't or I doesn't. Even when we say it is not correct for the ear. So we say I don't watch television after school. These were some of the exercises to practice the present simple tense. I hope you have understood and you are able to practice in real-life sentences. So here we come at the end of the lesson. Thank you very much for your attention. See you and goodbye.